A lot of judges, maybe they find a constitutional violation, but then they sort of feel like they're done. And with Judge Henderson, he knew that that was just the beginning.
There was litigation that was just starting against Pelican Bay Prison, which is a maximum security prison near the Oregon border. And the judge had decided that he wanted to visit the prison, sort of a surprise visit to see what was going on. And I had just arrived, and literally like the next day packed up, and the judge, two other clerks, Ed Swanson, Karen Kramer, and I went up to Pelican Bay and rang the bell.
We toured the entire prison, and eventually we got to a yard.
And all of a sudden, there was this gunshot and this command of down.
While we were laying there, we could see what the commotion was about. Somebody was being taken out from the library area, bleeding, being carried out by some guards. We sat around the table in the warden's office, and in the middle of the table was a gigantic pile of shivs, of various weapons that they said had been taken off the yard where we had been when this whole incident happened. We all got in the car to drive out of the institution, and as we were leaving, the judge said to us, "So how many of you think that was staged for our benefit?" Which had not crossed my mind at all.
And then later it turned out through the Pelican Bay litigation, it was actually shown that this was in fact this concocted event.
The case went to trial. I ended up testifying at that trial. Guards got convicted. The whole thing was staged. They allowed one inmate to get close to another so he would stab him. And the point, presumably, was to have the judge leave the prison alone because these are dangerous people. And in that case, the dangerous people were the guards.
Judge Henderson actually worked on a lot of cases involving civil rights beyond just the ones he's most well known for in recent years.
Oh, hi, I'm Alec Baldwin, and welcome to United Artists Theater's wonderful world of filmed entertainment.
The United Artists case was about access to movie theaters, primarily, not exclusively, but primarily about seating inside the theater and trying to provide equal access to people in wheelchairs so that they wouldn't have to sit in the back row.
And it wasn't just about creating accessibility for the patron who's in the wheelchair, it's also for taking into consideration that they're coming with friends and guests.
And what the judge was very clear about, and what I certainly learned in that case, is just because somebody says something like that is impossible doesn't mean it's impossible. It's remarkable what is possible when a court tells you to do it. I remember asking the judge once, how was it that he ended up having all of these cases that had such a huge impact when other judges who were serving at the same time didn't seem to have that same caseload? And the cases are randomly assigned, so how could that be? And he explained that it really wasn't who got which cases. What it was, he believed, was that he stayed with it until they fixed it. That in lots of cases you can end a case quickly with a resolution that will take care of the problem for now, but if you don't have a sustainable remedy, if you don't have an enforceable remedy, you don't have a remedy, you just have a closed case. And Judge Henderson stuck with these cases, disability cases, prison cases, environmental cases, to the point where the change was permanent, and that was a real lesson.